Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today, we're going to be doing a little bit of a deep dive with, wow, I sound like a FIFA pitch notes right now. We're going to be doing a little bit of a deep dive, guys, and checking out a couple of the new things that happened today on FIFA and just kind of going over a couple of things. If you guys enjoyed today's upload, drop a thumbs up, and thank you guys all for the incredible support recently, man. I can't thank you guys enough for just watching every one of my videos. I'm glad that you guys seem to enjoy them. Thank you guys for supporting me. Just always want to say that for you guys just clicking on these videos, man. You guys definitely change my life every day. So thank you guys. And yeah, let's get into it. So guys, today we do have a Flashback Quaresma, which actually looks pretty insane. Now, I'm going to try him out tomorrow morning. It's just the way it rolled today. I'm not really too in depth with the leaks, so I got on really early today to stream to try out Ramos and a couple of those guys, which will be on the second channel. So we're a little bit delayed with trying him out, but he will be up tomorrow. We'll check him out. And what I love about this card is that, you know, to be honest, when you go and take a look at FUT, it's got what for a rating? I mean, 92% upvote, right? That's extremely high. But he's 72,000 coins before any type of SBC fodder. And, you know, for me, guys, it becomes a super affordable card. If you play any type of weekend league, you do a couple player picks, because if you do get one walkout, he only requires an 84 squad, which is a huge W. You just need to have team of the week players, and you get a jumbo gold pack and a premium electrum pack, right? So some packs back for sure, but what I love about Quaresma is that he has the long shot taker, the flare, and the outside foot. So it's going to make him feel super fun in games to use because of those traits. It's an incredible looking card. It's a 5-star player in the Portuguese league, but you know, there are a lot of opportunities to link him. There's a lot of different ways to get him in the team, which I like. You know, it seems to be the week of the right mids, because we just got Sancho as well, who's, you know, got an incredible card. I was able to try him today. He was out of this world, but yeah, I mean, this card is ridiculous. Now, the only thing he really lacks would be potentially passing, but, you know, for me as a wide player, a cam, it's an incredible card to pick up for your FUT club for this price. It's just nuts, you know, when you think about it. Now, when you take a look a little bit more at the card, and you kind of try to figure out what is best, people on FUT say Hawk, but, you know, for me, if you're going to go with a Hawk, it's got to be in the striker role. If you're going to play him with a Hawk, you know, that's purely for the striker role. And people are doing that to boost the shot power, max out the pace, basically, and, you know, add some aggression. I like the engine if you're going to play him as a cam. I think the engine is a nice role. But, you know, for me, all in all, I think it's going to be important for you guys to boost the dribbling and boost the shooting. So I actually also really like the finisher. I think that's also going to be a huge deal there, you know, with the card. But, you know, if the finisher is something that you want for the striker, I think that's, or the cam, that's also okay. But again, like, I think Deadeye is also really good, because I think for me, you know, if I'm going to use this card, for me, it's the main thing would be the short passing boost and then the finishing boost. That's nice. I think an engine could be nice, as I had said, but I think an engine also, you're still lacking. You're not lacking in shooting, but you do want to boost the shooting a little bit more, because some people are starting to get, you know, all these insane keepers. So Quaresma, it's a crazy card. For 70K, for me, it's probably one of the best SBCs we've seen all year. You know, EA is so hit or miss with these SBCs. Like, you know, we get these crazy weird cards. This week, to be fair, has been a lot better. DeVries, Quaresma, even, you know, Declan Rice last week was a bit expensive, but the players are getting better. So it seems like EA is responding a little bit better to kind of what they've been doing. Now, we also have the player pick. I'm not a huge fan of EA limiting the 1 of 3 factor and making it 1 of 2. I don't really appreciate this from EA. I think it should be 1 of 3. So I haven't been the largest fan that EA kind of keep pulling this BS. And what I mean by pulling this BS is that, you know, EA is essentially just removing a whole slot of player, which is a large, you know, outcome of the SBC. I just feel like at this point, because they're a little bit too scared. You know, we're in March, EA. You guys should be letting us have this be 1 out of 3. I don't really understand it. I don't think a lot of people understand it. I'm going to do a couple quick for the video while I talk about something else real quick. The main thing as well, besides Quaresma, that I wanted to talk to you guys about was the you know, the ability that we, not the ability, sorry about that, but the timeline of how close we really are to team of the season, guys. We are getting very close to team of the season, and I know that's, you know, kind of hard to believe for a lot of people, but, you know, I always kind of like timeline it around when we get this time change, and we just had the time change, and I'm like, wow, okay, you know, we're actually getting to that point where I'm going to start to be, like, very smart about the SBCs that I'm doing and not doing. And I just to you guys on the channel that maybe you guys watch me on Twitch, maybe you guys watch me on YouTube, wherever you guys watch me, I just want you guys to keep that in your mind as I'm starting to kind of, like, say an SBC is good or not good. And the reason for that is that we're getting so close to the team of the season that I do think that, there's going to be some things that come out that are just not going to be in the best interest of a lot of you guys to do, with team of the season looming in the background. I think, I just want to say that, as we're looking at some cards and things do come out, guys, on the game, that's something that is going to be a serious reality coming up pretty soon. We do have Champions League this week, which means that we are going to have the cards that are the road to the final cards, kind of moving all types of crazy this week. Tomorrow is Atletico, Manchester United, and we also have, we have all these live cards. We did pretty much like one per team right now. So I'm assuming, let me tell you something, right, about this, Alex Telles. He's an 87 right now. Look, I think if United end up winning this game tomorrow, I do think he's going to go up a little bit. He's already obviously being gambled on. You can see he's up 15K today. He's slowly rising, and that's due to the fact that people are kind of taking the risk versus Atletico. So do I think he's going to go that much higher than this 265 price? I think if United win, you might see this card probably hitting close to like a 290, 300 at a peak. As I had said the other week about Bale, when I thought that if Real Madrid advanced, he would double. I said he would go up to 400 at some point. He went pretty close to there. If not, he did go to there. The hype in these games when teams score, is quite crazy. And I think we will see a scenario because of how hyped up Llorente is just as a card in FIFA, where I think there's a chance that if Atletico do pull this off tomorrow, Llorente could be close to 900. I think so. I think that's very possible. This is a card that 4-star, very meta card in the game, and Griezmann links, right, and Suarez links. So I think this is one of those cards that this guy, out of all the players that we've got available, in the road to the final side of things, the other leg for Ajax is 2-2 in their current draw. But this is the card for me. I wouldn't recommend gambling on him, but I will be surprised if Atletico, go through and this card is not 900K at one point. And the reason I also say that is I've had some experience trading with him before. I did have him on my team for the first leg, and when Atletico went up, he went to 920K. It was an insane price. And, when you take a look, these are road to the knockouts, my bad. Road to the final, when you take a look at, this card on the market, he's very rare. For one of those road to the finals, he's only got like 5 or 6, 7, probably 10 pages total. And, that's quite rare. So you could see a very major spike in price if they do end up, causing a bit of trouble tomorrow. We will and we shall see what happens there. I wanted to talk to you guys as well about some investments this week because I don't really know what promo is going to be next. This is, the end of FUT birthday is this week. We really don't know what promo is going to kind of come up next. I think we're going to see a lot of FUT birthdays rise, into next week. Now, what I do want to say, talking about FUT birthdays going up, I think there's going to be a FUT birthday party bag this week. Now, I don't think that that's going to include only FUT birthdays. I think you're going to see probably both teams of FUT birthdays, and you're probably going to see EA sneak in like a Winter Wildcards team in there, or one of the more recent promos, which would hint at potentially, maybe Future Stars. I would assume if EA was smart and wanted to create like a cool pack, they should do both Future Star teams and both FUT birthday teams. Now, that would probably require, an 84 and 85 with probably one or two team of the weeks. But based on us getting the year-in review player pick was it yesterday or was it 2 days ago? Based on them doing that, I really believe that, because that 1 week that we had the rotation of those SBCs where we had the year-in player pick like 3 weeks ago, and we had, party bags that week as well. I would assume that those will also return, as a collective whole this week. Now, this expires in 2 days, so when could you expect a party bag? Potentially 2 days at latest, I would say. Whenever this expires, you got a good chance for that to come. So, right now, fodder is not super high. I think 84s went up today because of Quaresma, but it might not be a bad time to do a club stock potentially tomorrow at the UCL marquee matchups. And if you guys don't know what that is, that's a time where we get a lot of supply of gold cards on the game. I would say it's probably worth the club stock either tomorrow or Wednesday. Just stocking your club up with some fodder, because I think there's a very good chance that EA will release one of those party bags somewhere later in the week, and I think it might spike some team of the weeks / gold rares, 84, 85, 86, whatever it requires for me, because I think people at the chance of a FUT birthday will definitely all go ahead and do that. I know I will, right? Just for a chance. We know the chance is very low, but just for the outside chance that you could get a FUT birthday, I think it will be something that you'll see, really impacting the market. Now, in terms of the account and kind of where it's at right now, guys, I've just invested a little bit in some Davinson Sanchez. It's around 118. I noticed that he was kind of starting to rise around 1 p.m., so I'm going to see if we can do some magic with him. He's He's about 135 right now. I'm trying to pick up some De Bruyne in for him because I think he's going to rise to 150 at some point. He's already 139, so I've been picking him up around. I think a lot of these I bought last night at 132. Yeah, around 132. And then we're just trying to slowly filter off, not filter off, but get our FUT Birthday Team 1 investments out. Really, the biggest L of all of them was Odegaard. I actually bought Odegaard, and I probably took a collective like 300K loss on him. He just didn't work out for me, man. It just didn't really do that well as an investment. So a lot of you guys also asking me in the comments down below what I'm going to take from the whole swap side of things. I'm going to take for the Future Stars FUT Birthday swaps. I think I'm going to end up probably taking the 86 times 7 guys because I took the first pack, which is probably going to start to be compensated either tonight or sometime this week. I'm probably going to, that leaves me, obviously, that was 10 tokens, so there's 25 if you do them all. That leaves me with a 15 token max. So, I'm not really too sure what I'm going to do. And Saldi looks nice as a left back, but I already have Roberto Carlos. I have Davies. I just packed Deo, so he does look nice as a 5-5 player. I think for me, it's going to be either between our man Jean Paul with the 5-star skills and the high. Do I want to take this guy for maybe a first owner Bundesliga, or do I want to go ahead and, get a solid amount of fodder from an 86 times 7 and maybe just try to get lucky. But, from seeing a lot of these and people doing these, I haven't seen a lot of good out of this 86 times 7. Like, I saw Gorilla on Twitter got pretty lucky. He hit something quite massive. I think he hit Firmino on his Twitter, but, even that, I don't know, man. I feel like you probably got to get so lucky to do well out of that. And for me, it just makes me not interested, right? Because I'm kind of sitting here feeling like, okay, what's the point of doing something if you feel like you got to get crazy lucky? And, that's where we run into some problems. By the way, if you look at FUT Popular, guys, Pedro Porro and Manafa, they're up so much because people are going for these guys for a link to Quaresma. So I would be surprised. Are they extinct? Like, were they extinct yesterday? So 26K and now he's 30. So he's up like 4K. And then Pedro Porro, what was he before today? Oh my God, he was 44K. And wow, even people that invested with leaks, he's up 20K a card. That is crazy. So if you guys do follow leaks and all that as well, obviously you can see it's very helpful if you know what's coming on FIFA because you can predict and kind of get in ahead of time. Guys, I think we're going to see all these FUT birthdays. As I said, like cards like Paqueta are just going to go up. This is kind of the trend, guys. These cards go really low Sundays, Saturday night, and then they kind of just go up like crazy. Once people stop packing them from rounds and the meta players start going up, you can see Firmino, Dani Alves, Fekir are stable, even Sancho, right? I think these cards will probably go up till tomorrow or Wednesday, and I do think they're going to start to downtrend with supply for marquee matchups. So, listen, if you guys are a person that you're trading these cards, you have these cards, try to just liquidate. I would say by like tomorrow, get your coins together and kind of get ready for the action that's coming later this week. This also could be a week, guys, where we get the FUT Champions Plus, and that would mean that there's potentially no promo. So we will have to see. We've got some compensations coming this week, so stay tuned. I got to watch EA FIFA Direct's Twitter. And that's it, boys. That's all we got for today. Not too much going on. We looked at the new, the mini release yesterday. I just want to get a little quick video for you guys. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.